important topics in the rate analysis. First, what is the definition for the rate analysis? The process of determining the rate of any civil engineering work like earthwork, concrete work, brickwork, plastering, painting, etc. is known as the analysis of rate, or simply it is called as rate analysis. And here the rates of materials and labor vary from place to place, and hence the rates of different items of work also vary from place to place. See, the rate or the cost of the project mainly depends on the material cost and the labor cost. And next important point is objective. What is the objective or purpose of this rate analysis? Is first one, to determine the actual cost per unit of the different items starting from the earthwork excavation to the painting for any type of construction. And second objective is to work out the economical use of the materials and process involved in completing the particular item. And next is to work out the cost of extra items which are not provided in the contract one but are to be executed as per the directions of department, and this is one objective. And next one is to revise the schedule of rates due to increase in the cost of material and labor, or due to change in the technique. See, the rates of the material, it will not be same, so it will change in every year, and the labor cost will also vary from place to place. That is also the change in rates. Sometimes it is due to change in techniques. See, nowadays we are not using the older methodologies. We are using advanced techniques. So, because of usage of modern tools, the rates of the items will change. So that's why we have to go for revised schedule of rates. This is the main objective of the rate analysis. And next point is the essentials. What are the essentials for the analysis of rate? First one is the quantities of materials and their cost. What is the quantity of cement required? What is the quantity of steel required, and different items and their cost? Cost at particular location. Okay, and second one, details of all operations involved in carrying out the work, starting from excavation to the painting, and the number of different categories of laborers involved and laborers required, and their working capacity and daily wages. See, for any type of construction, the different laborers were involved, like mason, head mason, mazdoor, bisti, etc. And we need to work out what is the daily wages. What is the daily wages for the particular labor? That is one important point during the rate analysis. And next important topic is factors. What are the important factors affecting the rate of work? First one is the quantity of materials and their cost. What is the quantity of material required and the cost of the particular item? And second one, the cost of labors and the wages and their wages. When you come to the cost of labors and their wages, see, there are different kinds of labors. One is skilled labor and skilled labor. Under skilled labor, first one is skilled first class, skilled second class, and unskilled labor. See, that can be divided into three groups. Labors can be divided into three groups. First one is skilled first class, skilled second class, and unskilled labor. Okay, the labor charges can be obtained from the standard schedule of rates. Here, the labor charges can be obtained from standard schedule of rates. And here, one more important point is 30% of the skilled labor provided in the data may be taken as first class and remaining 70% as second class. And the wages, daily wages for the particular labor, it will vary. And next one is the specifications of work and materials, their quality, proportion, and methods of construction operation. Specifications of work, like different specifications. First class brickwork, second class brickwork, size stone masonry, earthwork, and their quality. Say for example, for RCC, PCC for foundation, PCC 1:3:6. For foundation, what is the quality of materials used? What are the quality materials used for the construction? Like what is the type of cement used, what is the type of aggregates used, and what is the proportion, like 1:3:6, and the method of construction operation, whether it is manual or by using some equipments. That these are the factors that affects the rate analysis. And next one is overhead and establishment charges. When you come to the overhead cost, the overhead cost comes to about 6 to 8% of the project cost. It is about 6 to 8% of the project cost, and include the indirect expenses incurred during the execution of a project. That is, first one is general overheads, and second one is job overheads. Under general overheads, there will be establishment overheads, stationery, printing, postage, travel expenses, telephone, rent, and taxes. These are all general expenses. And second one is job overheads, that is supervision, handling of materials, repairs, labor amenities, workers' compensation, insurance, interest on investment, losses and losses on advances. These are the job overheads. And last one is the profit of contractor. Profit of contractor. Uh, this is about 6 to 10% of net profit that is allowed to the contractor. It is about 6 to 10% of net profit that is allowed to the contractor. Here, one important point is 10% of the profit is not allowed for cement and steel. Here, 10% of the profit is not allowed for cement and steel. For other items, 6 to 10% of net profit is included under contractor. It comes under contractor profit. That is about 6 to 10%. And the next important terminology is lead. Lead. What is lead? Here, it is the distance between the source of availability of material and the construction site is known as lead and is calculated in kilometer. It is the distance between the source of available of material and the construction site. Say for example, if you want to construct a bund or a earthen dam, say for that we require a gravel material. For that, we need to search the source for a gravel material, and distance should be calculated in kilometers. Okay, distance is calculated in kilometers, and the distance between the source to source, it may be a quarry, source to uh, source to the dam site, That is called as lead. That is expressed in kilometers. That is expressed in kilometer. Gravel distance between the source of gravel, source for the gravel to the construction site. Say, for example, dam or some bunch, small bunch. This is called as lead. And I can give one more example for this, and I can define in different way also. Uh, During the earthwork, the average horizontal distance between the center of excavation to the center of deposition is also known as lead. Okay, I'll repeat. During the excavation, the average distance between the center of excavation to the center of deposition, this is also called as lead, and it is normally calculated in kilometers. And here, the conveyance cost of the material depends on lead. The conveyance cost is calculated uh, before estimating the cost of earthwork. This conveyance cost is also included with considering the lead. With considering the lead, okay, and next important point is the lead statement will give the total cost of materials per unit item, including the first cost. First cost nothing but the source. A source. What is the cost? First cost, conveyance, loading, unloading, stacking charges. See, this lead statement includes all these costs. That is first cost, conveyance, loading, unloading, stacking charges also. This is about the lead statement. Coming to the lift. What do you mean by lift? See, similarly, during the earthwork, the average height through which the soil has to be lifted from source to the place of spreading is known as lift. I'll repeat. Similarly, during the earthwork, the average height through which the soil has to be lifted from source to the place of spreading or source of spreading are also known as heaping. Spreading or heaping is known as lift. The first lift is taken up to 2 meters. Up to 2 meters. This is about lead and lift. Next important terminology is task or outturn work. What is task or outturn of a labor? Uh, it is the capacity of doing work by an unskilled labor in the form of quantity per day. What is the work done by a skilled labor per day? That is known as a task work or outturn of the labor. And the outturn work per person varies depending upon the nature of work, quantity of work, height or length, situation, location, etc. In bigger cities where skilled laborers are available, outturn is greater than the smaller towns and countrysides. In well organized work, less labor is required. In well organized work, less labor is required. This is about task or outturn of work. These are the different terminologies used in the rate analysis. In the next session, I will explain few numericals on rate analysis. Thank you.